It is way too early and I have to defrost my windows. The things I do to get on Rise of the Resistance. Oh, good morning, Six Flags Magic Mountain. Alright, so we got in the park before 8 o'clock, and now we're gonna leave the park. So if you don't know, you don't have to be inside the park to get it. All you have to do is just scan your ticket. We're just gonna hang off on the side over more by California Adventure. Try to get away from people because more people scanning in one section trying to get a boarding group. The harder it is to get a good boarding group. So the strat is scan in, leave the park, go to an area that's less crowded. Okay, it's 8. Alright, so we got group 27, and now we're gonna go head into California Adventure. I haven't been on Guardians in a while, so I might ride that. As much as I hate it, I'll give it another shot. This thing. Alright, so we got fast passes for Guardians of the Galaxy. Meantime, we're gonna go ride Monsters, Inc.
Information. This concludes our test on the top.
After a ride on Monsters, Inc., we're gonna go head over to the bakery tour. I love this area of the park because it's got some really great food.
We're here to tell you all about sourdough bread. Okay, let's get started. Did you know that the traditional sourdough baking process goes back? What exactly is sourdough? Well, it's a type of bread that doesn't use yeast as a leaven.
I have not ridden this ride since it got moved over here and got the Inside Out retheme. So, we're gonna go check that out. Here's where the old Maliboomer used to be. Alright, so we have an ADA pass for Radiator Springs Racers, and it just went valid. That's why we went to go ride some of the smaller flats that we usually don't ride because, just time killers. So, we're gonna go ride Radiator Springs now. And we're going on the ADA one. So, we get our little special way to get on. It's pretty cool. Transfers us on over there, and then we join in with the rest.
It's gonna be fun!
Alright, now it's time to go ride this abomination. Alright, right as we got in, our boarding group has been called for Rise of the Resistance. Not worried, you have 2 hours to get there, so not anything too crazy. We'll get on this and head over to Disneyland.
Scan complete.
My friends, you're one step closer to your exciting encounter with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You are now standing in my private office.
I know.
Where I
Carefully scrutinize each and every piece that comes to me from different parts of the galaxy that let's you this guy.
Oh, this is the worst ride ever built. Oh, just got off Guardians of the Galaxy. And like, I'm not a believer in saying you know, just, there's no reason to really, like, badmouth a ride. But that's the one exception. That ride is so unbelievably bad. I cannot help but promote my disgust for that ride. It is so bad. You know, I don't know if I'll ever ride it again. It's that bad. Alright, now it's time to go head into the main park and go ride Rise of the Resistance. Alright, so I'm back in Galaxy's Edge, and I'm about to go on Rise of the Resistance. We have two people who have disabilities with us, so we're gonna go through a slightly alternate route to get on Rise of the Resistance. We're gonna go through the main entrance, and we're gonna go to what will probably end up being the future Fast Pass line for this attraction. So this will probably end up being Fast Pass once the, you know, boarding groups, you know, are not necessary, and they can fit Fast Pass into the daily operations. But main queue goes behind the waterfall over there, so they get to see the back side of water, we get to see the front side. Slightly different route, and this sends us pretty close to the first pre-show. Alright, it's about to go on Rise of Resistance. I'm not going to record this time just because I haven't experienced it for myself yet. So I'll see you guys when I get off. So I just got off my second ride of Rise of the Resistance, and I gotta say, you know, it's not all that great. I mean, it's a good ride. Don't get me wrong. It's one of the better ones in the park, but it's not the best thing in the park. It's not the best thing in the resort. It's fun. It's fun to do once. I would come here early, you know, get a boarding pass. It's fun to do. I think it's more fun actually trying to get a boarding pass than it is actually riding it. I just think that's so much fun trying to get a boarding pass for this thing. But it's pretty fun. It's not without its flaws. It's not a perfect ride by any means. Splash Mountain's currently down right now, unfortunately. It's one of my favorite rides in the park. Hopefully it should be up later. They don't have water flowing through it yet, so it's probably some sort of mechanical downtime. It runs every day of the year. It happens. I'm sure it'll open later, and if it doesn't, oh well, it's one ride. Not the worst thing in the world. So we're all kind of splitting up. Some people want to go get lunch. I just kind of quickly just got one of those, what is it, the cheddar garlic bagel twist. It's over by the castle. Really good. I wanted just a little snack to tide me over. I don't really have the money to spend on like 2 big meals, so I'm gonna kind of do like 2 small snacks and then 1 meal. It should save me a little bit of money. So I'm gonna head back over the California Adventure. I want to get on Incredicoaster. I'm just gonna do some single rider stuff real quick. So I think so like Radiator has it. Radiator's usually long though, so I probably won't do that. What is it? Goofy Sky School has a single rider, and Incredicoaster has a single rider, so I'll probably do those 2 for sure. So it looks like Grizzly River Run back open now, but long wait. It's a pretty warm day today, so it has quite the wait, but it looks like nobody's in single rider for it. I forgot this one does have single rider. 60-minute wait right now. I'm seeing a bunch of boats go by that they have some empty seats, so I don't think there's anybody in single rider for it. Maybe they don't have it anymore. I don't know. Last time I rode it, I think they had it, so I'll double check. But I'm not gonna ride that now. I really am interested in getting on Incredicoaster or Goofy Sky School, because that is a really good Wild Mouse. That's one of the best ones out there. All right, so the Incredicoaster, formerly known as California Screamin', instant coaster, built around the same time as Millennium Force. And the reason I always compare this one to Millennium Force, other than the fact that they're both forceless, is you know, Millennium Force was the first coaster I ever worked, and it's scary how similar this ride sounds and like operates. It's very funny. But looks like single rider isn't too bad. No, that's all single rider. Okay, no, that's bad. That's really bad. That's a long line. Okay, surprisingly, the one that has no wait at all is the swinging gondolas for the Fun Wheel, or whatever it's called now. I haven't ridden this in forever. This thing is scary, but it's fun. They have a damper on it that doesn't swing too much when you get on the ride. Similar system to the SNS 40 free spins. not all of them have the dampers on them. Wondering why certain ones have them. These two are the only ones that have them. Probably because that one comes into a full stop, and it's the only one that does that. Probably is the reasoning. So, like, usually I know in credit coasters single rider is kind of long, but it's super, super long, and looks like, I almost called it Mulholland Madness, I'll still refer to it as that. Goofy Sky School looks like it has a long single rider line too. It's just kind of busy for a weekday, I'm not gonna lie, like this is a little bit busier than I'm used to. Pretty crazy today. I'm gonna go check out. I swear to God, people just walk into you at this park. Like, I'm not focusing on the camera. Like, I'm literally just focusing on walking, and people just walk right into me. I'm gonna go over to Grizzly though and see if they still have single rider, because I think they do. But I haven't tried single rider on that in, I don't know, 6 months, and it was just down for a major recursion. So sometimes they change some things around when they do that. See if that was taken out or not. I don't think it would be. I don't see why it would be. You have to appreciate the way Disney parks are set up, like how picturesque they are and how many great photo spots there are. Like, that mountain looks like it's miles away, but it's really not that big, and it's just right over there. Alright, so they do have single rider still. For some reason I thought they might have taken it away, just because it wasn't promoted very well. There's only that small sign. It's gonna spin. We're gonna play Russian roulette.
There you go. Now I'm a bit wet.
So Grizzly River Run is actually such a fun rapids ride. I'm not a big rapids ride person because I don't like the random aspect. Like, sometimes you get wet, sometimes you don't. But this one, I think Disney has kind of gotten to the point where, you know, on days like today, like they can turn down the water effects and lower the stream of water so the rapids aren't as big. Like today, nobody on our boat got like drenched. Nobody got like absolutely wet. And that's what I kind of like about this one is on days like today, you know, you're kind of not going to get like really, really wet. I'm sure there's like, if you put someone really, really heavy in your boat, that person might get pretty wet. But it seems like overall, you don't get too wet on this one compared to a lot of other ones. Because like, there's a few rapids rides where you either come off drenched or you come off dry. Like, and it can be the same rapids ride. Like, it's just random every ride. This one is a little more consistent. You'll get a little bit of a spray. During the summer, you'll get absolutely soaked. That's actually not bad at all. That's like really, that wait is actually shorter than single rider.
One question.
Great. A taste of super soup.
You're wrong, Dad. Jet can't ride. He's too small.
And after the ride on Incredicoaster, went over and there was not much of a line for single rider, so got off and just did single rider real quick. Looks like they also tweaked the brakes a little bit. They don't hit as hard now. After a ride on Goofy Sky School, now we're back in the main park once again. We're gonna go ride Space Mountain.
I like this guy. His friend's just coming in.
Huh?
His friend's just coming
Okay.
in. So he's just waiting. Oh no, I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do little duck things.
So I have been trying for weeks to sign into the Disneyland app, and I've finally been able to do it, and I found out the problem. I have the Disney World app on here. As soon as I deleted the Disney World app, I was able to sign in on here. A very weird thing for sure, but it works. So if you have a problem signing in, you have the Disney World app, try deleting that app.
Two. Oh, okay.
I've tried.
Looking backwards. Oh, a little bit of airtime. Oh, that's hot. Alright, you want to see some airtime? Whoa, whoa. Whoa! Yep, airtime. Good old limbs on a mine train. So now that I got my app working, I decided, well, as I'm waiting for Big Thunder, might as well order a snack real quick, see how it works. So I got it from Bengal Barbecue, so I'm just gonna say I'm here. Alright. And now I just have to wait till it's freshly prepared. So I got the spicy beef skewer from Bengal Barbecue. I'm gonna try that out. It looks pretty good.
Speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Rare Rabbit, and Rare Bear on their fun-filled adventures. Since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach.
Your right, use all of the available space on your bed. We can accommodate loading ports and other emergency. Thanks all for guiding us. Have fun in the future.
Hold on, we're not on the bridge.
This is the scariest ride in the park for me. Nemo, but thank God I'm not riding it. Going on the monorail instead. Alright, so after the monorail, took a quick break at the car, charged my phone. Now it's time to go head back into the park, and we're gonna go park hopping again. California Adventure this time. So when I was here before I had my pass, this was not done. So this is kind of new to me. I went here last week when Mark from El Toro Ryan was here. I took him to the park. That was actually my first time getting on this tram since they redid it. But that's the first time I filmed it though. Alright, let's go head into DCA and go ride Soarin'. Not sure if I mentioned it, but we do have an ADA thing for Soarin'. Because I just kind of said that in the last clip I did, and I'm like, did I mention that earlier? I don't know. Anyway, gonna get on Soarin'. Alright, so I just took a ride on Soarin' Over the World. Does my camera want to focus tonight? I guess not. But anyway, just got off Soarin', and I'm excited for Over California to return because I'm not the biggest fan of Over the World. It's not that going over the world is bad. I actually think in some ways it's better. I mean, it probably works better in Epcot than it does here at California Adventure because it's California Adventure. But I just don't think the film, this version of the film, it doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel the same as Over California. Over California has like heart and soul put into it. I feel like this one does not. It has a lot of very like cheap transitions and just kind of odd cuts that I don't like. It's not bad. I mean, it's still fun. It's a really fun ride. It's nice and relaxing. It's a cool ride. It just I do definitely prefer Over California. All right, so I love that mobile app so well, the mobile ordering, that I decided to order dinner with that. I got a clam chowder bread bowl, and Disney clam chowder in a bread bowl, literally one of the best foods you can get here. It's one of my all-time favorites. Well, it looks like I'm not riding Incredicoaster tonight. It is back in the overflow queue, and Single Rider is down to the posters down there. That's not good. It is a really fun night ride, and I wish I could ride it at night, but unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to ride it today. It's posted at a 40-minute wait. Like how it was posted at 40 minutes, yet I waited much less than that, and it was posted 40 minutes there earlier. So, but that's actually probably 40 minutes. That's gonna be a no-go for me. And it's what? Time to go park hop again.